It's a mountain, or many who bear dead. Yeah, probably if no, I am probably if you no, I am probably if you Yama, who do I know if fire move? What to him, brother? They say, I'm out to me, or many who bear dead. Yeah, probably if no, I am probably if you Yama, probably. Papa was he council, they made the hell of a Jesse, and our prayer one. I'm more bonny as he got to bonny. You don't forget why I see Coco. But I will bet the same I show of Numa. See my move for and I get brave. Don't have Babo. See the Timito. Don't why it is. That can Timito. 24 grams of swam with Timito. That's why you ready as so boys for Timito. Can have something I'm on road. Cause see, they are a woman. I share my boom, mama. Yeah. And not don't want you now me too. Cause see, they are a woman. I share my boom, mama. Yeah. Quand on t-shirt, j'ai le broyeur. Mon vrai bête, il veut tout faire, bah le reste. Tout dit et dit, quand j'ai le sien. La monnaie m'a poussé à foi, bête. Yeah, why don't I was in your gun, my canyon, I wasn't quite a new soon, yeah. You will read, he says you good time, you want to do. You better fool what that you. So corruption and dirty girls. I'm over this, I'm really yeah. Now I say what I swap for. Everyone that can be in the other ones you for. But since the day you can't run wrong, who soon you go buy after your second food? And you don't who you now me too. After who you be, no share. Yeah. To the flow. Yeah, that will come. The truck will come back to me. Yeah, this is pussy. Yeah, my yo. Yeah, man, I'm a sapasa. Yeah, this is your trick, yo. Yeah, so. Touching me and giving me a wall. Oh, my baby, yeah. I'm right here, yeah.
Yo, abusia for ya mo bibia akwaba. Eda ye nua bema akwasi. Eda na se. Enum a ode abreye ho. We mu nua bema bosonfo ba akopɛ. Nana Akuffo. Ena mpese me nimu di nkomo kakra. Enu nti na maba mo na ase no. Na program we ya today say political movement of facts. Programmer yedi ebeboa ama yenya ntiase ewo ya mamu a ekoso organa yimu. Enu nti se enewu humia asem bi akoso be na wotwi na wotwi mienu emu ena yewo a yeguso a yedi ho enkomo na mepese mesa abominua yi anwumu biem na yetie anwumu no mu nsem kakra na afi no yede aye afutusem bra yebedi enkomo yi enti yebe aso ama me kakra na bra me set me fidie no nya ho pumasi bre kakra ti munya ebre enfama me bedamase.
Who do I know if fire move? What to him, brother? They say I'm out to me, or many who bear dead. Yeah,
bema kwesi swat ose enye odo ehunum na oto na nenum a oto ni nyina no yebebo ne tofa eye oto num no ade ama ye mpanyimfo a omudi enso ewo Ghana dwumadie ebra ekoso no obetimi ahye afrefre adofo amomso ma betie bi na omso achiro ma adwene yesisa bi producer adwenkyerɛ ho ni ba Akuffo trim anu nti se wo ba so a menfa mentena so na entie enfa mo brankwa oso ma unua bi nso nyede entie bi na yakasa na ankoyi a yebesere se comment bia opese o pass no betimi a pass ewo ho na yehwe sa comment no so a ebetimi so ama ya sachira ye nwumadi mu kakra yetosu biem enso ne se ubetimi a subscribe se na me kan subscribe to my Facebook na Facebook die Samuel Kodua ene wo ho YouTube nso ko ho no mu a ye be download after say ye wie dwumadie ne ye be download e de akọ YouTube no nso eye NK97 TV NK97 TV Twitter nso ye be download e de akọ ho all the social media no ye pese ye nsam kan ene ye no enam say e dasronko from other people ninti no ye pese obi biara ebe share and ebe ko ba bia ma obi anso anya entiye dwumadie ebe take be 1 hour fi se ye pese ye kyerɛkyerɛ niema bi mu afa na dwumadie ye hya ase pa enti we na ekoso ni nyina eye test ene ye testi ahwɛ se ne enuanom nso ebe patronage ayi no program na ye no na se bibia ankoye se na mekan no a obetimi a kyerɛ wadwene enye ntokwa enye bufuo enye atimdidie enti bibia na wo ya oso betimi de wo comment ebedu baabi ebetimi ato safre yenuanom amom so mak edo madwen kyerɛ eno mbekɔ life na obia so a kyerɛ na adwene na wo so wadwen kyerɛ a wo so ebema ho kwan ma wo so wo ne yankasa se ne ebe ya adwumadie no ebe kama sabre ebra yenua kwesi swat eto anwuma enye odo ho nwum na ye political song ninti no ene ka se dwumadie ne nwum ne ye de beye dwumadie kese efi se emunsam no dɔɔso owo nwum bi webre wo ho no a me meye promotion wa ha menimu no ono so nimi but ne nwum no nsam a ewom ninti ane afa ye de ye dwumadie medical ka se ya to din political movement of facts a movement a yede ebe kanokre enti se bibi na oka ye be wo ehu nkrata a yede bedi adanse ba bi enya no nso no obeti ye be kyerɛw no wanya source no akɔye atemdidi anim no kura nko na ye be kan ena sabi producer o kanokra a unsuro wachi enti memfa fadie na mfehu ebra ye be kanokre oso be kanokre ni bi enti ye ma yenua be ma ato aso na ye de nsam no a ewo ho paa no e de abrem
Tell you, boy, you remember to you,
Yo, abusuafo ye den nwebema kwesi swat asepa e woni nwumu a ono so ediaba. Yama obibia akwaba our live program yi so. This is a political moment of fact. Brene yedru no. Ya be kan okre efa ya mamu a ekoso wo Ghana. No kre a enim enchinywa shwa ya na eba Ghana ya mamu mu no eni ye nwumadie mu no wase no kra bi a eni ho no ye tinchen ne de wase oka no kra no ema obibia etiase se na etie mi ma minua be ma brother Latif ma wakwaba ewo dwumadie so sanso na miankasa minua baako Edwin we mo no oso me wakwaba obibia akwaba sabri ubetimi a share and wa subscribe to the YouTube program Matudin Political Moment of Fact. Sabi yesi adwenkyere wohoe no eni ba Akuffo trim enu nti no so so wo nimdie bia ubetimi nso apase comment ana se edum pempen so ebefre ama obia nso abam na yawo wakyere wadwena yebeye sa dwumadie no yeguso yehia moa enu nti no yebepese yenuan mu wo nimdie bia nso a yebetimi ama dwumadie no akọ life ama obia nso atie bi na atimi aboa ye nkitahudie ene yamamu a ekoso Ghana no a yebeye na chese bibia atimi aye kama se ne medical ka no mosomfo yefreme Nana Kodua dodo no anim se yefreme Samuel Kodua anu nti me mo bibia akwaba mesre se odwane a bomodia se we be invite other persons or people no mo so ababeka ho na dumadie yebeye no dodo no ayetwi efise epese entiase kọ ye ma menom panimfo ene ye nuan mu bia sabi mpreduasa omantimi amuntimi nyantiase ewo education mu anase omantimi anya school akwanya no omoso ombetiase wo ye kasa mu se ne beboa ama bibia aye enkoso na ene dwumadie no yewra Alban Somani Bagbin nsembi na waka ewo ye political friend is saying political time mu na mepese ye nyina no ye hwe sa kasaye no se ebeboa ana se nokra be ni wum onyina so ana se kasa bia na oka ana office bia owo opposition nti e na okasa eno na mepese ye nyina no ye hwe na mebo san kasaye no no bia tie bi.
The house behind me is known as the farmhouse. First and foremost, it means tradition.
It means this. When I call on the government to look favorably to the two arms of government, the legislature and the judiciary, we, through our grace, support the legislature through the formulas, the common fund, the GET fund. We have been approving some allocations for the construction of their residences and courthouses. And so we support their budget through those lines. Look at your budget, whether you do that for Parliament. Go back and look at the formulas. That is not done. To the extent that all these years, all the laws will be passing, our laws will pass to benefit the executive. Even we forget about Parliament in the language we use. This is self-inflicted. It's not a deficiency in the constitution. It's a deficiency in Parliament itself. We must correct it. And so please, holding back on our budgetary requirements amounts to preventing Parliament and the judiciary from carrying out their mandate as provided for in the Constitution. Let me re-emphasize that the 8th Parliament is properly positioned not to allow itself to be bullied into playing second fiddle to the executive. Parliament can remove His Excellency the President. His Excellency cannot do that to Parliament.
Yo, abusiafo ene esam kayeno ena yenua panyi ye papa ye wofa ye bibia Alban Somani Bagbin ediabeto no. Or say I can remove Akuffo Addo. Oko other social media now say I can remove Akuffo Addo from office, but he cannot remove me. Ano na me pese yedi hu komo ene. Na so Alban Bagbin Somani obetimi remove Akuffo Addo ana pacho yentie ni nkomo no kakra na ifi hono mu a yedi documents ebe support actually say sabi yempanyifo wenu bi nya akwanyan no mu bedi enso a ya na ha adwene kakra na some kan bi wo ho na so mu de betu dwa ya no mu fi se ye nyina Ghana fo nyina ye nyina ye kura adwene baako ati ase ok ye kura adwene baako ya me nua be ma Clifford me da se so adwene programming na ne pese ye kan se bradwumadie nkwa wiye no ye behwe se ana ye behu se Alban Somani Bagbin obetimi remove ya yankasa ye president Nana Akuffo Addo ana se tumi bi owo tumi ana se sena constitution no eka ena ye di constitution no ebe support yensema ye beka wa ha enti a political movement of facts timpato mumien continue ni ntie ye nua bema ana ye papa ye bibia Alban Somani Bagbin. Thank you.
As Speaker, His Excellency cannot remove me, but I can, through Parliament, get him removed. My brother seated here can be censured. And some of you are trying to do some of those things. I can assure you, I won't do it.
Abusiafo yehwe me pese ye Ghana constitution Ghana 1992 constitution ye revise no 1996 na ohwe the chapter number 8 part 1 kasafa the president hono oko page 44 ekopim page 49 49 also talk about the vice president. I mean, the removal of the president. Now, to also a Kasafa vice president. I'm saying, Comodian Kosono. Wasako can't say be Yenya Yabapa Alban Somani Bagbin. As I can say be say, so Oba Ghana, penny ni anymore. Ye hierarchy no Yashishanwa. Say president anywhere on a tosu too. And also, bepe ho bre na me the constitution no abekanta no. Yen lawyers, yen call law school. Afeni eguso a ye fefe ewo mu de. Na yen call law school bia. Na yenimu de ne ya ho odin a nyame so de adom ye no. Yen so ye be kire. Okọ Ghana parliament a betimi yen kro yen kasa yen nuanom a no mu ko school e no mo wo ho. Kakra bi mpanifo kakra bi no manyini sin ye nyina. And unti omo de experience betimi but omo currently any okujato abrakwa any nipa bebre bi wo ho no betimi asite wom ai kire se eye nyina ye meet wo okra eni sin bebre but se ye the parliament ko kata yani ne de keka nsem bi se no a ye papa no ne maame no ne enuanum bi a omo ofie a omo ni hu nimde no egitum eno ne basa no a ha adwene pa but ene me be kan bibi kakra afi constitution 1992 constitution which was revised in 1996 chapter number 8 year part 1 no kasafa yen president ho me kind bebre me person me gina the removal of the president and also eno na person e didin komo say so Alban Somani enam so ye opposition leader no nti enema wo saa nkasaye no ode koso currently ana because ni some kan bebre bi wo oman mu a in fact ha adwene otimi na say otimi ma a minister ono mo a minister ultimatum to revise ono minister and administrative decision pacho minuanom enya atemididie na so me fi se papa yi nani ya tre nani nton kakra o ya fa ni opposition a oye ho edidi dwumaso bi a emmoa oman no impumtuo ne oman no nkoso eno na yese yehwe ne yeka ho asem bomi yehwe yenko asem na nkasa so I can remove Akuffo Addo from office but he cannot remove me me pacho me pese making kan niema bi kakra na after some kind no obi abetimi akọ 1992 constitution a revised 1996 edition na wako chapter 8 uko chapter 8 na ko number 69 removal of president page 49 page 49 uko ho no mo a asem ya me ne wo bekan ubehu wo ho page 49 the number near 69 removal of the president pacho mpesa making kan kakra na ye wa so wo mre no pacho yentie ne constitution no Ghana constitution enyame na meka Ghana constitution ena eka sampa se Alban Bagbin ni nkasaye eni ni su eni ni ban no enyame nwa se NDC for amfada mama ye you know omo presidential enyame nwa if it's a suban we no ka de call NDC mu a enke be say NDC oye NDC ni but e was say you so political emfa medi udwuma oman no mom na ma ho kwan sa ode babe se ye to abawie oman ni mu a enka me fe se enka niema ni nyina atu atwa ni aka ne se ye nyina beje yenchi nwaso a ye so de a ye je no ye de beto nchen na mom oman no chichire ne oman ni nkoso ena ye betimi ahwe ama oman no Ghana man ayede akoso na se ne America no papa ya ma sabi previousa oye ayi no ho dudo neni ye we no e kire a dictatorship leadership anu tina nya me won say NDC for outimi amfa na ama ye presidential candidate cause nsem bi say de okoka if one kasa political parties no kura no omububefu eni ntino ya papa so obi ben no a omuntu no fo na mu kire ne say seven previousa oto we lawyer yenwa ye papa Alban Bagbin oye lawyer na so seven previousa say e bia law education no and law knowledge no say aye outmoded and aye a cake na so we hear a revision or reviser go back and take some internship courses na for revise where you know unimu de na Ghana constitution da no obi a wakọ onim akenkan no ni ma twere nko ade obetimi read no nso atiase ordinary layman perspective kura atimi ama interpretation nyema kan mi mo bibia akwa ba ubana abedwani a mesra say o they also be share with a brother or a sister and obibia oben say some American so ye mu bi wa kwanya say Alban Somani ya speaker of parliament obetia mumma sa asem enko no so ana enkoto no all the parliamentarians obi wa kwanya so obi betia omumma no omuntibi na omuso ensori nyina because oya ye sabio simpapanyini ewo efie mu ho ye parliament ho no me se mu bre no mpese mekin kan niema bi kakra na ye nyanti ase because makase a political movement of facts enti abibi biara ye beka wa ha no ye the document and the best support na ma kire ba bia menya free ye they say oko 1992 constitution the revised edition which is 1996 oko mu a ubehu removal of president our chapter 8 no number etoso 69 page nso ye page 49 oko uteki u time na u read a ubehu na me pese me kan Min kind in about my kind from number 1 to number 7 keke. Na ye nyanti asie bi ho. Removal of president. The president shall be removed from office if he is found in accordance with the provisions of this article. Number 1, to have acted in willful violation of the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath set out in the second schedule 2, or in willful violation of any other provisions of this constitution, or number 2, to have conducted himself in a manner which brings or is likely to bring the high office of president into disrepute, ridicule, or contempt, or prejudicial, or inimical to the economy or the security of the state, or to be incapable of performing the function of his office by reason of infirmity of body or mind. For the process of removal, for the process of for the purpose of removal from office of the president, a notice in written 1 signed by not less than 1/3 of all the members of parliament. 2, and stating that the conduct or the physical or mental capability of president be investigated on any of the grounds specified in clause 1 of this article. Or say, the purpose of removing the president, it will be in a written signed by not less than 1/3 of all members of parliament. Now, anyambia mpacho, ye to aba abamba bi want to be a speaker of parliament. Otu aba. Speaker of parliament on to aba. She referee ujina bomu. Referee ujina bomu. Nesu one for sourcing speaker of parliament. Referee ujina bomu. Nesu one for sourcing speaker of parliament. Maybe chira wasi. Say ye castle ye maya who say not less than 1/3 of the whole parliamentarians and the betimi edi adanse say and I say actually say indeed the president is physically and mentally troubled, and for that matter yenye day ye to know number 2 million sanshadi or say shall be given to the speaker, who shall immediately inform the Chief Justice and deliver notice to him, copy to the president. Yatiasi. Bini oba papa bi, oba hima papa bi akwaba. Wadwani a political movement of facts. I was say ye shall see any church there. Now on my Ghana no, yesisa ya hu efri suban bi ne niye bi mu. Wadwani a obetimi subscribe. Dwumadi e bekoso every Wednesday bia. Na time no de ene ne ye de ahya ase. Aye pese ye ne mu nyina nya nkita hodie. Adwene ni ba akofo tirim. Nti unya sa akwanya ya wo so betimi apase a comment. Na wo so akire wadwene. Aha no political movement of fact is being supported by documentation or by documents. Inti nya say ye dia no na beka. Ti wo so wo bibi na beka wo so no ubetimi a support with your documents. Enya atimdidi opinion are like gnosis. Inti mesre say utia o pass commenter. Pass commenter be ma encouragement. E be suggest for something. Na ye nuane mu bi wo ho no mo so a omusu hu a because na atemdidi enko na ekoso Ghana. Obi a ye show a odi atem. But say ye de atemdidi eto na ye ka no kre akire ye ho a. We face o my Ghana be tumpon. Enti na me can say or say shall be given to after so much passive vote that 1/3 1/3 of the whole parliamentarians a passive vote for that removal shall be given to what? The speaker. Now, speaker also immediately or the former chief justice. Why? I didn't think a speaker no. Who speaker won't to aba. And it's all your reference here pass here in the mawa. One now mom or the bakoma. We are smafu. You are a messenger. You are a presider. What the other say? The argument on the both side, majority and the minority, no, when they are arguing, you listen to them. Enti edum pempeswa ye voting na. Usu betimi una obedi referee. No ahwe se voting no ekosen. Enti as a speaker of parliament, ni akika krakakre, unni to me biaso betimi remove the president of Ghana from the Ghana. A speaker of parliament, unni to me unni akwanya ba kokora so betimi remove president. Enti se oye speaker na se Odisa esuwe tna parliamenta. Echira wo bobre. Nya speakers of parliament several Joe Ajaho any Nyanansia ofri sui any pa bebre. Oma baso no omo nkasa no omo ne ye ntesa odie. Oye power drunk sana mimi hono. Power drunk. Odi to me person odi to me share wonsam na de ye enuma bi but obi eni obe support sa obi eni obe support ntika krakra madika kenkan uni to me patro me to asom okotre no o see the notice referred to in clause 2 of this article shall be accompanied by a statement in written setting out in detail the facts supported by the necessary document on which it is claimed that the conduct or physical or mental capability of the president be investigated for the purposes of his removal from the office. The subject to the clause 5 of this article, the Chief Justice shall, by constitutional instrument, immediately convey a tribunal consisting of Chief Justice as a chairman and the 4 most senior justices of the Supreme Court, and the tribunal shall inquire in camera whether there is a prima facie case for the removal of the president. Enti Mr. Bagbin, niema kanya besi enumi. Utumi awa ne se parliament for no parliamentarians no koto aba e decide sampa to test yenko yi president in Friswa. Eya wo na ukura nkrata no ye messenger. You are a presider. Now what time Chief Justice me pacho say na me nkro for our parliament aka me yasomafo nkrata ni ni hwem na fa di djuma. So Mr. Bagbin ehefa na wudim constitution no ehefa na e kire se wo tumi a betimi de yi o mampanye fiso. Where a removal of president to Ghana Constitution, the removal of the president. And I mean, no come once me. Madika can say, chapter 8 of the Constitution, part 1, Uko page 49, number 69, the removal of the president. I can't walk. Ya metna ho ntwantro. It's Mr. Bagbin. So officer wo the Uti parliament and now the parliament akata wanim de mom udi wo political ambition eye wo NDC na wo kura na NDC for kura anto ama because sa selfish interest when mono sa power drunk authoritative attitude kura wo parliament one mono we need to deal with it. We need to deal with it. Mesre unya video ya move share on Facebook baby ebeko YouTube so na ye nyina intimi share adwene pato metuaso where a notice under clause 2 of this article is delivered to the Chief Justice in respect of the removal from the Thai president on the grounds of physical or mental incapability, Chief Justice shall, in consultation with the professional head of the Ghana Health Services, cause a medical board to be convened, which shall consist of not less than 4 eminent medical specialist, and the president shall be informed accordingly. Fair, Mamma education be kakra. Impeachment. Impeachment is a process. Impeachment is a process. Even America ya TA. Eba say Donald Trump efiso no. Your house. So that any your senators no. Omo they run federalism. Yen run executive. Ghana and Africa run executive. But America they run federalism into until federal states and more states no obia a rule with governor. What you say? Nigeria so practice the same thing. But I see, so who practice it? Practice executive with the support of parliamentarians. We all know say in Ghana no, arms of government no. You have 3 arms. You have the executives, the parliamentarians, and the judiciary. Parliament, mudi ane se mo shemra. Na executive nso no, emra no amo parliament no ma hye no. Omo di beye adwuma. Enu ti se bibi na omo pese omo implement na so omo pass ya, omo bill no, they bring to the parliament for the parliament to look into it and accept or deny. With a majority. Na judicial nso no, omo na be interpretate parliamentarian laws are more passing. Into se bibini na sentiase ama afanu mienu ni nyina executive and the parliamentarians no, we will go to court, which is the judicial system. Na almost look into it. But udi to me e sha unsam bitim be ka kire o man mu ni nyina se sabin producer udi e no una onim nyansa, and for that matter no de wo betimi afam rasha unsam na what to president to mean to we are message na wo ye betimi atu. A president can remove you. We are lawyer, but sabin producer some say o law education no aya cake kakra pacho go back to school and revisit it. Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin, you are very experienced. Who are experienced? Every you cancer, you nominate you. I was so happy because no me redo kakra. Minimum from parliament. Minimum senior what here. We know some of you. In the name say at least ubetimi do maturity. Any unim de no nyansa no wa ho de betimi aboa parliament no. Nti me na me hwe papa ni age a ewura kwe na me hwe ni age na me fe say nya wa also wo sound mind na wo unbiased attitude a betimi aboa ama dwumadie ai be ndi wo parliament na ayenkoso, not knowing say wa gender is different. I'm so disappointed in you, Mr. Alban Bagbin. I am so highly disappointed in you, Mr. Somani Bagbin. So, pacho ya twaso. It is a Utimika say I can remove a president, but president cannot remove me. It's a lie. Medical etumre actually say a constitution chapter 8 page 49. Page 49, section 69, removal of president. Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin, I can tell you boldly, and I can bet with you, say you can never remove a president. You don't have even the power. You don't even have a vote to remove a president from office. You don't. You are just a presider. You are just a messenger. So I can entreat you to go back to school or to go back and revisit, revise your note on those chapters in the Constitution, 1992 Constitution. When you get the edition, the revised edition in 1996 one, which is chapter 8, tells you everything. page number 49. It tells you everything. Removal of the president. And there is no clause in the constitution that says Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin can remove a president. Or a speaker of parliament can remove a president. You cannot. You cannot remove a president. And to say some way be na mokoka ewo oman mu a enam so oman mu aye de kakra ana oman Ghana mu aye di nti no asem bia mo beka na be ma mo chitaafo ani age na I incite wom against the government no. You sit down and talk trash. You sit down and talk trash. You cannot remove a president, Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin. Untimi. Then the president shall be invited to submit himself for examination by the medical board within 14 days after the appointment of the board. The president shall be entitled during the proceedings of the tribunal or of the medical board to be heard in his defense by himself or by a lawyer or other expert or persons, as the case may be, of his own choice. The rules of the court committee shall, by constitutional instrument, make rules for the practice and procedure of the tribunal or of the medical board for the removal of the president. So, Mr. Bagbin, there is nowhere in the constitution that says you can remove the president. I think, sir, it is high time or sometimes, you know, you will be anase you know, etimika yetipamu na your political penifo no mo ho no, ya ka no credit chiro. Ya na enya wonwa, enu tina ya na twini donors no mo ne. Some different other people we ho no mo a, omo sori no mu di penifo atem. But enya so na be solve problem no. That is not the right thing to do. But sometimes we need to support, I mean, we need to argue with them based on what the constitution is saying. Kamidi Kebeya, in Ghana constitution, yam printing nanko biya, yen nanam kromontias, yam printing man so musubi. Na nana bu hawakosko be reading wa kind the achano. Because this is becoming unbecoming in Ghana. And I want my listeners, and me tear phone no. Yen timi share this video. Na ebi timi ko kan parliamentarians no. And more or less, or especially no, Mr. Somani Alban Bagbin. Man in San Kebi. No interest say, untimi mfa a parliament be kata wanim. Na untimi metum futuro engu o mine eso. Because constitution be be anywhere dia dance say Mr. Somani Bagbin as a chief, I mean after as a speaker of parliament no, ubetimi ayede etu o manpanini efri so. When you wo ye messenger inti say even kura parliament won mu kura ye to abaro wo won to be udi referee wo ho and ntam ka just say referee a wudi wo ye friends in parliament no parliamentarians no kura so won faso se parliamentarians no omuso won faso se if say wo ekoba say ye ko parliament na parliamentarians ametna o man na ukotena akoti o munsam na otie wi a ya two vote no what me a carry vote no e dey akọ ba bia so dey ko maya to Mr. Somani, it is not the time to rock shoulders with the executives. You don't have any instrumental, I mean constitutional backing. You only constitutional backing bia. So bet me I remove president. Me pesa adofo ye tie ni nsam ne kakra. Somani.
Google Career Certificates provide online job training that's fast and flexible. Learn at your own pace and get job ready with less than 10 hours of study a week. Put your skills to work with a Google Career Certificate.
Pese ye tie ni nsam ne kakra na ye de back yes ma ye kan. Pato ye ntie.
some allocations for the construction of their residences and courthouses. And so we support their budget through those lines.
Mr. Somani,
Mean this when I call on the government to look favorably to the two arms of government, the legislature and the judiciary. We, through our grace, support the legislature through the formulas, the common fund, the get fund. We have been approving some allocations for the construction of their residences and courthouses.
Me pese ye ka ensem bi wo ha. Obeso o kire se parliament e passe emra ana se e passe government no the bills ana se ni niema ohia odi be ye adwuma odi ko parliament ne passe a omo passe ma government no but omo passe ma omo legislatures and our parliamentarians no akoye ho osre pa o ye papa yi no osre papa. What is governance? And now what is government? Government and governance is for the people. So executive so no the be bremwa any executive na edi akodi even though you tiomuka parliamentarians you tioka o Alban Bagbin uji aketua mefo aketua memeto next time me waketua baba beto uji aketua esanji ehu ayi nyina uji aketua esanji allowances uji aketua ndi allowances na mpacho saska no enfo ne betua any executives the executives must bring to you guys, pass it for them to pay you. Bibi ye bia until I'm catch say ye running the system can say presidential system of governance our Ghana. And to me any bibiano a president. A president. Ya momi yankin constitution na kakra. Ni yankin constitution na uba un say in some ya papa kan ye no kura bi anim. Enti say abane de omo be bramo na sa mo passe a mo passe mfa ma abane nkonkodi mo passe ma abane e de ye dwumason e de mo man no ebisu esun wo so akatua abane tuamu nyina no eye abane no hihye de a wo ye ono executives no e na hihye no de abrewo no obetua wo so ka uditum no watua wo ka so mamu metrase entutu mfuturo nguyeni mumyenkotie Nana Osa Kabiem so he can remove the president.
And so we support their budget through those lines. Look at your budget, whether you do that for parliament. Go back and look at the formulas. That is not done. To extend that all these years, all the laws will be passing, our laws will pass to benefit the executive. Even we forget about parliament in the language we use.
You see, I am so disappointed in this man. I think said you refi ni law knowledge kakra. You know, I'm beg to differ from this kind of utterance is free, Mr. Alban Bagbin. You pass everything for the executives. Don't you know, say, near all personal, you are passing for who? For the people. Who are you representing even in the parliament? You are representing the people. So, the grudge now also created between the executives and the legislatures now. I don't see it. I don't see the sense. I don't see reasons why. It doesn't make sense. So, who is Speaker of Parliament? Now, so who your budget allocation now? You send it through even the parliament. Now, or here in charge of budget allocation. They give it to the executives. Me mamu fatumbi Eye nansia budget ye koko ready 2022 budget ya. Yera finance minister ekoko ready. Could you believe say okodu parliament? Okodu parliament. E take no okodu parliament 10 o'clock. Okwako ready budget now is almost 2 o'clock in Ghana. 10 o'clock in Ghana and 2 o'clock in Ghana. Why? Alban Bagbin actually say some budget allocation of the parliamentarians no is into so amphibian can one money ready. Look at the sabotage. Look at this sabotage. I have a fact. And I'm supporting with the facts. We will tell the truth. You are becoming power drunk, Mr. Alban Bagbin. We are detector. That's why your own people didn't even choose you. We are detector. Your gross insubordination is becoming too much to the country of Ghana, to the people of Ghana. When you are moving to somebody be why. Now I as if him.
It's self-inflicted. It's not a deficiency in the constitution. It's a deficiency in parliament itself. We must correct it. And so please, holding back on our budgetary requirements amounts to preventing parliament and the judiciary from carrying out their mandate as provided for in the constitution. Let me re-emphasize that the 8th Parliament is properly positioned not to allow itself to be bullied into playing second fiddle to the executive.
But be papa, we ignorant. You see, or you're very, very ignorant. I can say Alban Somani Bagbin, Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin, a Speaker of Parliament for Ghana. We are ignorant, please. We are a power drunk. You are not going to play low to the executives. You see, all the 3 arms of government, you know, they share power. All power who want to say you make law. It is not the executive that will make law. In the executive, even though if an executive will pass something, omu use executive power. Constitution ma ho kwan. In the environment me the mrebiaba, no the executive authority power aye. Eno no onto mra. But adie pese de constitution mu. Na eko Emma or mining in a part of it, no. And yet for parliament. Now, Moma Giatum, and son are banning the Ayajuma. Where are you talking about playing low to the 8th Parliament playing low to the executive? It doesn't make sense. Because in your Kenya, it's like you rocking a shoulder. You're trying to bring some kind of animosity between the parliamentarians and the executives. And thinking, say, NDC parliamentarians, they are all like you. But this same parliamentarians, and Omukwakoto, friends saying, presidential candidate, they didn't vote you because they see this kind of attitude in you. Your utterances. Sometimes your persona is so demeaning to the sense of what trans and many pakra and powers. And when also the Kwakope NDC presidential candidate Nana, I don't think you are even close near to the even the ballots. Even the people's number, you are not even close to it. You are so disappointing. You can remove a president and you rocking a shoulder with the executives. Just mere fact say, budget allocation is low or it's not enough. Miniano, Umientino.
Parliament can remove His Excellency the President.
Parliament can remove His Excellency the President.
Parliament can remove His Excellency the President. His Excellency cannot do that to Parliament.
This is a gross insubordination. Parliament can remove. Parliament cannot even remove presidents. Parliament cannot even remove based on the constitution. Parliament by 1/3 or say what the parliament can do if a president does something against the country, against the office, or say mentally incapable or fiscally incapable, what the parliament, it didn't say speaker, what the parliament can do, they will write and sign not less than 1/3 of all the parliamentarians. Speaker is not part of it. Speaker is not part of it. They will write and sign not less than 1/3. Now, almost signing we are. Now, listen, shall be given to the speaker, who shall immediately inform Chief Justice. So, Parliament is what is called impeachment. They can impeach. They can accept to impeach. It's a process. Impeachment is a process. So, Parliament itself, the reason why individuals in the country cannot wake up and say, I'm writing to remove president in this, individuals now are being represented by parliamentarians. And for that matter, parliamentarians, parliamentarians, and 275 parliamentarians, and they represented the whole Ghana constituencies. In 275, ye to mu se omonedi yanim kan ewo bibie mu ehyehyemra edemaye enti se parliamentarians no kra na eya it's like oman no na kasa se yenyi president infiso na oman ni nyina mu no eno ne ye pe 1/3 eno ne ye pe 1/3 ye de be den ye de ebe ku achia president no and I say you be remove the president. And parliamentarians even cannot remove, but they can initiate, they can trigger through what is called impeachment. Now, what they are called mo new to me be so mo to me trigger the impeachment process now. You have no other right because the constitution does not say so. The constitution, Ghana constitution, 1992 constitution, does not say after who Alban Bagbin, who did a friend is saying, when you know Aquacoma president, Aquacoma chief justice, nama copy to the president, no. What Alban Bagbin parliament movie majuma, because ma trigger what is called impeachment process. And teach me baby a constitution, the woman said more. What Alban Bagbin only parliamentarians bet me remove. Because the mere for say okotutu no aprog to does not mean say to that. Obi no a odi etu aboba sha ade mu na oprog na wan click here ebeto. Ni obe click no uni say to me so obe click to no. So Alban Bagbin a mere talk na akasa. O kasa because you are the opposition party. You are from the opposition party. Yemum binu. We will challenge you people. And it is high time we're not gonna sit down aloof. Yan say Emma Mumubimfa kind of saying mischief, any mo sabotage, any mono Emma may say or minor impum to or minor conquer. Officer would need I've been to papa beer the more minor dear. And you're not ye Bema Alban Somani Bagbin. Buomai Ghana kakra. Respect the country. That's all I can say. Pacho, umientie na asamono ye wi a na ma be conclude na che se yapon.
As Speaker, His Excellency cannot remove me. But I can, through Parliament, get him removed.
Look at this. You see, and those ignorant mentality people sitting there, because they are caucus, they are NDC caucus, who went to voter region to have a deliberation about the budget upcoming budget, which is the 2022 budget. Recently, you read it, that was a preceding meeting on but you cannot remove president, and you cannot even use the parliament to remove president, because I have see house no ejitum say be remove Mr. Friend saying former president, US former president, Mr. Donald Trump. Ekosi say, because everything will go back to the judiciary. Everything with imminent medical, if it is a mental and physical, imminent medical people. If it's the judiciary, if it is just a mere unlawful, causing some kind of dent to the presidency and the country and our economy, it is only the judiciary with senior eminent judicial people, which include the Chief Justice as a chairman, to go and decide on that. So, Mr. Bagbin, my entire Ghana hon kasa rough sao. Nemu bino, and you say you go school and say you better say I'm a kasa in same way they are children my Ghana. Yabeka, Eddie Achlo. So, officer or agenda be ewo or my nimua. Yabesro. Now, what me use knowledge, Eddie ayade papa. Man for agenda. Emma. What I say? Because what agenda ne crown, they say more my Ghana yen who say, who agenda be. Amaya who say, who agenda be. It mesre, Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin. Ya mesre will say, Uni yenu unumedie na wudi o my Ghana muno. Emwa. Unumedie a wudi o my parliament in one. Fianansi ya a parliamentarian eye from so and a police for aton safreno eye Medina MP Xavier Susu eye unlawful a criminal act of also criminality odi from so our mind police for peno ene no edi nkitahu a one ma be ya be hinta wachi and I will sorry a water yampia. Police for Edna court. Ye pebema any in Abacasa was what took US. Oba Cromwa not Kevin Taylor a came. No to jump for need the breakana for money. Actually say just say Ghana for more stupid, and for that matter, Nintino. Me tia brute me enjoy. Na Alban Somani actually character their command parliament court apex court. Sabemana or court US equity to mason ama Ghana. What kind of lie is this? And throw and I shake Ghana for penny for near more friend in Muma and throw lies. And throw near Tosso beam was a branch or US that Sudini Juma, a brass court beam. Yes, you're not branching to parliament. That's how we are Juma we are. And for so ben also. Make I say, yen ya bema, a papa, Kennedy, or compra kwa Japan. Or can send be a charging a treason. Yeah, I'm running any day. What you say? I'm running any day. But who, Mr. Bagbin, who can say I can remove a president? It's a treason comment. A treasonable comment. It is a treasonable comment. And it is high time things like this, we must fight against it. A treasonable or maybe more Casabre in Kakrofo Edoko courts. Now, Ghana no Adiaba I want to say Yamu bebre no nim emra ehu adwuma. enti obia fi say wo de hu ko emremu a that means uni adaje yes uni adaje so a wunyen be yi and for that matter no I believe say the majority of Ghanaians no yente mrase nanka baby yente mrase a I can remove a president no it's a treasonable offense. Removing is like tantamount to coup. You cannot. It is such utterances, no. Don't let us allow. Muma yen tie. Na emma yen ni entum. Yase sa wo de ntro. Daare de nyina wo de ntro. O kasa won tro kwan so a. Enkrofo e believe say eye no kre. To de ntro kasa daane da. Enkrofo be gidite entro na o kan e no kre. How can you remove a president? So I am challenging Mr. Bagbin. You cannot remove a president. I am challenging Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin. Say, oh, untimi and remove a president. And for that matter, no, don't sit down in Ghana. Nemfa and tro and then nada and share on my Ghana mu. And I shall crofobitrim say, oh no, ubetimi and remove a president. On this note, Mede Minua Bema Kwesi Swat Enyum and the baby. So comment to be a ubetimi a passe. You may no ko ye so ubetimi a recommend it. Ubetimi a share video no. Na what on program no. This program is called A Political Moment of Facts. Na ene yakasa fa Yenua Bema a Speaker of Parliament or Ghana. So ordina no kase obetimi etu obetimi yusu Parliament e dey remove the friend is say e dey remove your president. Na yenya enkrata ane your constitution ni dia dance say oni to me. Enti mamum yentie de sa ka kwa. Na yenua bi so wo ho a yenka nche say 1992 constitution no kratafa ana chapter etosu 8 nefa number 69 page 49 edi adanse pefe say Alban Somani Bagbin ayakwanya wakotena parliament no free opposition no person na opposition leaders no I mean opposition people no edi ni etum na ehun se obetimi ayedumason no nti no enu nti na okeka ni nsamsa but ye nyina yegitum pefe say Alban Somani Bagbin ontimi enye sa ade na okan no enti on that note no medamase na me di minua bema Kwesi Swat enwuma o che se enye odo ehonwum na emom asembi na ato no enti na okan ni nyina a political moment of fact. Thank you and have a nice and wonderful day. Bye bye. What to hear, brother? It's a mouth to me. Oh, man, you get dead. Yeah, probably no back. No, I am probably. If you're probably. Papa was he council. He made me know. Papa Jessica, now I bring up on you. I'm more bonny as he got to bonny. The roof can buy a sick cocoa. When I go back to assembly, I show a fluma. Feel my move for and I get brave. All about. Tell you,